Horror has always been one of the most thrilling genres in entertainment. Yet for decades, it was dominated by male creators and centered on male perspectives. Classic films like Jaws, The Shining, and Halloween terrified audiences, but female characters often fit into narrow roles. The final girl trope, popularized in slashers, meant a single woman survives, usually because she's virtuous or different from the other women. The rest often met gruesome ends, reinforcing outdated stereotypes. But today, the horror landscape is changing dramatically, and women are taking center stage. Actresses like Mia Goth, Sophie Wilde, Hunter Schafer, Sydney Sweeney, and Jenna Ortega are redefining the genre, turning it into a space where women are not just surviving, they are leading, creating, and terrifying on their own terms. These modern horror films go beyond simple scares. They explore grief, trauma, human connection, and empowerment, blending terror with emotion and character development. Sophie Wilde's role in A24's Talk to Me is a great example. Her character, grieving the death of her mother, discovers a way to summon spirits through an embalmed hand. What starts as a supernatural thrill soon becomes a story about friendship, curiosity, and the dangerous allure of forbidden knowledge. Horror is now a space for complex, layered storytelling where women drive the narrative, not just react to it. Mia Goth is another name redefining modern horror. Known for her fearless performances and dedication to complex characters, Goth has become a standout figure in films that mix suspense, terror, and psychological depth. In A24's Max, part of the X franchise, she takes viewers on a journey from 1970s rural Texas to 1980s Los Angeles. Her character, Maxine, is an aspiring Hollywood actress who faces both the harsh realities of the adult film industry and the terrifying threat of a serial killer known as the Night Stalker. Goth's portrayal combines vulnerability, ambition, and resilience, making Maxine a fully realized character rather than a simple victim. This approach shows how female-led horror can explore identity, ambition, and survival, while keeping audiences on the edge of their seats. Similarly, Hunter Schafer is stepping into the horror arena with her debut in Cuckoo, set in the scenic German Alps. Playing Gretchen, a 17-year-old joining her father on a family trip to work at a resort, Schafer's story transforms a serene setting into a backdrop for suspense and fear. Even with limited footage released in trailers, Schafer's presence hints at a fresh take on horror, one that combines tension, character-driven storytelling, and an atmospheric sense of dread. The new wave of actresses is proving that horror can be sophisticated, emotionally charged, and female-driven, allowing women to move from supporting roles to central figures whose choices and actions define the narrative. Sophie Wilde is another rising star bringing depth and intensity to modern horror. In A24's Talk to Me, she plays a young woman coping with the death of her mother, who discovers a way to summon spirits using an embalmed hand. As her friends dive into the thrill of communicating with the dead, Wilde's character becomes the emotional center, balancing fear, curiosity, and grief. The film mixes supernatural horror with real human stakes, proving that today's horror is about more than jump scares. It's about relationships, emotions, and the psychological impact of terror. Wilde, like her peers, shows that women in horror are no longer just victims. They are the driving force, shaping stories and creating memorable, complex characters that stay with audiences long after the credits roll. Jenna Ortega has quickly become a defining figure in contemporary horror. From her breakout role in Wednesday to appearances in the Scream franchise and X, Ortega has shown incredible versatility, effortlessly blending supernatural suspense with intense psychological thrills. Her performances captivate audiences because she embodies both fear and agency, proving that female characters can be smart, strong, and fully realized while still facing terrifying situations. With her upcoming role in Beetlejuice, Ortega is generating significant buzz, showing that horror fans are eager to see young women leading stories, not just reacting to them. She represents a new era where women are central to the genre's evolution, bringing nuance, power, and relatability to horror narratives that were once dominated by male perspectives. Sydney Sweeney is also making waves in the horror world, proving her versatility across genres. In her latest project, she plays Sister Cecilia, a novice nun in an Italian convent who experiences an unexpected and unnerving pregnancy, declared by the religious order as immaculate. The story quickly unfolds into a chilling tale that blends religious mystique with supernatural horror. Sweeney's performance brings depth to a character navigating fear, faith, and uncertainty, turning what could be a simple horror trope into a fully realized, compelling role. Like Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, and Sophie Wilde, Sweeney exemplifies how women are now at the forefront of horror, shaping the narrative, creating suspense, and redefining what it means to be a female protagonist in this ever-evolving genre. Mia Goth and Hunter Schafer are just the tip of the iceberg in this new wave of horror actresses transforming the genre. Goth's work in Max XXIN and Schafer's debut in Cuckoo show that today's horror embraces complexity, psychological tension, and fully developed female characters. These roles move beyond the old archetypes of helpless victims or virginal survivors, allowing women to drive the story, face moral dilemmas, and confront danger with agency and intelligence. Audiences are responding enthusiastically, drawn to layered narratives where fear is intertwined with emotion, ambition, and identity. This evolution demonstrates that modern horror isn't just about scares. It's about characters and their journeys, with women at the center of both the story and the suspense. Taylor Russell's role in Bones and All adds another layer to the modern horror renaissance. Paired with Timothée Chalamet, Russell explores a story of young cannibals traveling across the U.S., blending romance, guilt, and gruesome horror. Her character is complex, navigating love, desire, and moral conflict, proving that horror can be intimate, character-driven, and emotionally resonant. This reflects a larger trend in the genre. Women are no longer confined to predictable archetypes. Instead, they inhabit fully realized roles that challenge audiences, evoke empathy, and redefine what it means to survive or even thrive in horror. Actresses like Russell, Goth, Ortega, Wilde, Schafer, and Sweeney are leading the charge, creating a new golden age where female voices shape the terror, the narrative, and the cultural impact of horror storytelling. The rise of women in horror marks a powerful shift in the genre's history. No longer limited to damsels in distress or token survivors, actresses like Mia Goth, Sophie Wilde, Hunter Schafer, Sydney Sweeney, Jenna Ortega, and Taylor Russell are defining a new era where women lead, shape, and transform horror storytelling. Their characters are multidimensional, facing fear, morality, and personal challenges while driving the narrative forward. Modern horror now blends suspense, psychological depth, and social commentary, proving that female-led stories can be both terrifying and thought-provoking. This is more than a trend, it's a reimagining of horror itself, ensuring women aren't just part of the story, they are the story, captivating audiences worldwide and setting a new standard for the genre.